So to get into the nitty gritty, right? I know, some of my viewers, some of you guys are kind of eyeing me with disappointment on the other side of the screen. I know, I can see you. I feel your energy. I feel it. I'm glad to get to another Friday. Very happy whenever that happens that I am able to be in good enough health to do another one of these. And we're already 4 episodes in, so I'm really excited. What are we going to do for episode 10? I have no idea. We're gradually getting there. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I do hope you guys are enjoying this. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. But what I did want to talk about, and what I kind of struggled with for a little bit right now, was I noticed, and I know I say this a lot, right? I know I say this a lot, but whenever it comes to streaming or just kind of being on my phone or anything like that, I was going to stream a little earlier, but I didn't. I was going to stream, now and, around the time where I usually stream, which is like 7 or 8 majority of the time. I thought about streaming a little earlier, but I don't know. I hit like a state of enviness, right? And I talked with my friend TV. Thankfully she's here. Episode 10, Outa sings us a lullaby. Maybe, but I talked to TV. I talked to a majority of my friends about this, and I get a little envious. Well, not a... Yeah, I get a good amount of enviness. And I know it's not something that I seem to be, or like that emotion actually comes out of me or anything like that. I know I don't. And I've had people say that before. One of my good friends, JLP, her reaction was completely different. I told her that I get envious, and she couldn't believe it. She said, "Really? Out of everyone who could be envious, you get envious?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And I can't lie. I have to put it out there. I'm not someone who holds on to anger. I try not to hold on to anger, and I do my best to talk about it, because it helps me mentally and physically. I will talk about it if I am upset. I try my best to not hold it in, because it does affect me physically and emotionally, yes, of course, because it hinders my work and everything like that, and all my projects and stuff. So, but I get very sick. I get ill if I hold too much emotion in, that only being anger, of course. And being envious is one of those emotions that I know that a lot of people go through. And even being in this field of vtubing or streaming in general, that emotion can linger. It can build up, and of course it depends on how you react to it or what you do, and basically the outcome at the end of the day. But I myself, I do get envious, and it may come as a surprise, but I'm as human as anyone. And for those that don't get envious, well, lucky for you, I guess. Lucky for you. Good on you, I guess, for not getting envious. You lucky you. But it is a difficult battle. It is a very difficult battle. Emotions are difficult. Emotions are difficult. Emotions are very, very, very difficult. but I try not to let my enviness affect my work, even though it does. I go through this endless turmoil, right? That's the right word, I think. I fell. Uh, I go through endless turmoil. I think that's how you pronounce it. Turmoil, termites. But I find myself going through this repetitive cycle where I'm scrolling through TikTok, Twitter, and of course, bad start, bad start, where I see someone streaming, and the majority of the time, like I get jealous. I get very jealous. And like I said, these are things that linger in this profession, or in this hobby, whatever you want to call it, right? Let me drink my water. I, and it's not a bad thing, but it's also it's neither good or bad. It's just an emotion. And when I talked to my friend JLP about it, she helped me out. Fucking hell, she helped me out understanding it a little bit more, or seeing it in her perspective, that no emotion is good or bad. It really determines, of course, on how you deal with or react with these certain emotions. Because easily, I could ruin I could ruin my image by leaving a footprint of like being mean to someone, right, on someone's live stream. Like if I don't like their live stream and they're getting the attention that I solely believe that I deserve, then I'll go like, oh, you freaking suck. My streams are better. Oh, you're hot garbage. You're bad. Trying to just bring the person down. And at the end of the day, I may feel good in my mind, but at the same time, I know I'll feel very, very horrible because I myself have been through a lot, and that's not what I'm trying to do and or spread as a message, right? It's just it's a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch. You know what? I'm just gonna stay down here. I'm just gonna say, oh, a scissor lift. Oh my god. Oh, it's just like I'm at work. I try to use it as motivation, and then that's a good thing, and yeah, and that's where I was gonna go from this. Skull gets a segue point. Can we get segue points up? Skull gets a segue point, um, but that is a good thing. That is, it depends on how you use the emotion. If you use it as motivation instead of just being there watching like hate watching the stream and going, oh, you're freaking, bad, and oh, I hope the worst, which of course I don't, but just in the moment I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, I'm better, but I don't. It's all brain worms. It's all brain worms. And for those that are listening and have been through this or felt this way, it's a matter of choosing what you do with what you're thinking and how you react on the outcome of your emotion, right? I know I worded that weird. I'm not the best, but it just depends, right? And I enjoy talking about this because it helps me. You guys are helping me right now, and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Even if you think you guys aren't doing anything, and I'm just a viewer, you guys help me a lot. No doubt. Oh, hold on. I think I hear someone calling me. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I swear I heard like someone crying for some reason in my in the background. I'm fucking scared. I'm so scared. I swear I heard it. I'm not crazy. Where was I? I'm gonna go on a whole another tangent for right now before I get back on track. The only reason I chose to be like a demon hunter. I know I could have been anything else. One of the reasons is when Feathers, Devil Feathers, who's in chat right now, the lovely Feathers. She told me, "Hey, so what's your VTuber, right?" And I told her, I'm a demon hunter." Oh, okay. Okay. And then it just went from there. But I feel like it had to do something with, like, of course, it wasn't just out of the blue. Because the reason I'm happy I said that is because I have a lot of personal, like, paranormal activity history in my lifetime. And this has to be one of them as well. Okay, what is happening? Follow age, almost 4 years, best friend anniversary. By next year, I'm 34 years old now. Today's my birthday. Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday, Ruth! Happy birthday! I'm a OG in the chat. You are very much so OG. Yes. Happy birthday. Oh my god. 34. I'll be 24 this year. But oh, what was I saying? Right. I remember now. I remember now. It all depends on how you, of course, use that the thought of like being envious and all that, right? It's not about being emotionally intelligent, right? It's not. It just, you have to, like, just kind of understand how to use it, pretty much. Like, you have to have a cycle for yourself in order to not react in a bad way, where you get to the point where you become so envious you finally crack or snap, right? And you don't ever want that to happen, because simply, if you were in a relationship or like in a friend group and you didn't like this one friend or what they were doing, and you thought that, oh, they're better than you or something like that, right? And then one day you're just like, fuck you, dude, fuck everything about you, because you think you're all so high and mighty, and you think you're better, I'm better than you, me, and all that. It's like, no, you don't ever want to get to the point where you do something bad. You don't ever want to get to the point where it affects your relationships, your personal life, or anything like that. And I find myself getting to a point where I'm like, fuck, like, I just want to ruin this person's day because they are simply doing better than me, right? But I know better to not do that, right? And it all just dims down to talking about it, looking at it from other people's perspective, and from them, how, if they went through it, how can you yourself try their method or anything like that, right? And I don't have a method. I just get off my phone because I simply can't. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be here all fucking day. If I'm looking at this person and just in my mind, I'm like, oh, why I gotta, you know? And you just get into that cycle. You just get into the cycle. I could have streamed earlier. I could have been here talking with you guys more, but I didn't. I could have been productive throughout the day. I could have worked on my projects. I could have done other stuff. I could have went outside, but no. I simply was stuck on my phone and just scrolling and, watching other people stream and then just, critiquing and all that. And I'm being very open about it because I have to find a cycle and or rhythm for myself on how can I avoid this next time. If I find it, or if I feel like I'm about to get into this cycle of being envious and ruining my day and ruining my time when it could be well spent by hanging out with a friend or doing projects that I'm supposed to be working on. Instead of, I could have been doing that, but no, I fell into just simply being there and doom scrolling and just kind of wasting my time away, right? It's a lot, right? But yeah, my whole thing is that I myself am a very emotional person. I am a very emotional person. I take pride in my work. I take pride in the majority of things. I try and I do my best to not be envious, right? But I get so locked up in a cycle. Man. And it sucks. And I don't have any form of advice. All I can do is exchange words with you guys, because even myself, I can't give you guys advice. When I myself can't get myself out of a rut for the past few hours of my day when I could have been doing something else. I can't do that. I'm not going to lie to you, and I never want to lie to you guys, and I'm never going to speak out of my ass. I'm never going to give you guys shit. I'm not going to do anything like that. Right? I want to be very open. I want to be very truthful to you guys, and I never want to lie. That is my biggest thing. But I don't know, man. I just had that. For real though. Honestly, I got all giddy when I got off stream, because I was like, oh, I never vibed with someone so hard in a very, very long time. And then just starting out too, like it just meeting someone and just clicking like that. God, that's like one in how many people are editor? Add text on screen on how many people are in the world, and by chance I'm meeting the synergy of that person. Had me kicking my feet saying teehee. For real? Oh my god, dude, same. Oh my god. I don't know. That energy was that bro energy, the bromance, if you want to call it, it was so strong. It was just there. It was so there. I don't know. It was great. Cheapy TTV. Oh, welcome in. Hi. Welcome in. How are you? I don't think you were here, but thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I know it was like five days ago, but yeah, thank you. It was pungent. Ooh, good word. That's a good word. Pungent. But again, I never want to give you guys anything that I myself have not worked on, right? And it's just simple as that. It is as simple as that. I can't give you guys advice on how to not be envious and how to go around it, or, how to combat that emotion, or how you can do to work around it. I just can't. But I know that me, as human as any of you guys, we can find our way to use that emotion or any form of negative thought as profit to do something towards a project, or like, you know what? I'm not mad at this person. I'm envious, but I want to put that energy into a project, and I'm going to make it so cool and so awesome, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but at least I got it out. And if it didn't get any traction, that's cool, because I know that I did it, and that I am going to do my very best every single time. And from here on out, I'm going to do my very best, right? And if that emotion ever comes up again, I'm going to throw my phone to the side and stop that and work on something and put my mind to something else, right? And I have to do that. And I myself, as I'm saying it and giving you guys a scenario, I'm gonna have to do that. If it ever comes to a point where even the slightest thought of, oh my God, I could ruin this person's day. No. Throw the phone to the side and simply just start doodling away. Start working on a project. Do something. Go outside. Touch some grass, which I don't do. I do a lot of that, actually. I do a lot, I do a lot of touching grass, right? Okay, thanks. Yeah, I found one of your YouTube shorts and like the vibe. Always more fun to follow while live, but I was afraid of not seeing your stream pop up on my feed. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. No, I'm glad. I'm glad that you were that you're here. That you were able to, catch a stream, and it all falls together. It all falls together. Like, see what I mean? Like today, for example, right? I saw someone's post not too long ago, right? And congratulations for them. I completely forgot their name. But they were like, oh my God, YouTube Shorts is the way. Oh my God, I woke up to this. And they screenshotted the entire activity feed of their Twitch, and how all of it was like, I want to assume like 20, 30 followers that they got within the span of like 10 hours or so, or like in a few minutes, right? And to me, I was already at the point where I'm like a few hours into indulging on like the mindset of like, oh, this fucking sucks, like I'm not getting anywhere, like my streams are garbage and all that, right? But again, I'm glad that I started stream, and Sheepy, that this helps out a lot, because I myself, like, I know a lot of people here come from Twitch, right? And I don't ever think that someone ever comes from YouTube and then makes their way all the way to Twitch, right? It's such a, like, I know it's tedious to other people, but it's for other people that want to find the streamer and, see their vibe in person, rather than a video. I myself thought, of course, that rarely happens. But again, like I said, you guys help me out by simply just being here, right? And again, it may not seem like a lot, right? Like, oh, I'm just watching you. It's like it helps my mindset a lot. It helps me mentally, because if not, I would just work even harder and destroy myself even more over the fact of like, fuck, I'm not getting anywhere, so I'm gonna do something else, right? And it just it's a lot. It branches out to a whole bunch of stuff, but I know that a majority of it is just how I react to it. Um, oh yes, I saw the. What would you do? What would you do if I woke up? Yeah, I can't read. I can't read. What would you do if you woke up to this? Right? Yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those. But I try to bring myself back. I try to ground myself. If I ever feel that certain way, I try to bring myself back by appreciating, which I do. I very much so, and of course would like to apologize because I don't appreciate it enough whenever it comes to getting into that mindset or those rants of like, oh, I hate everything about this. I'm not successful. I'm not rich, but I have to, of course, bring myself back and remember that I am rich as of now, in the moment, and every day. I am rich in a majority of things. I am. And for that, of course, for thinking like not taking any of you guys into account of I'm good right now, and as every day we grow closer to our personal goals in life, right? We grow closer to our personal goals, our projects that we want to do, everything, right? And I lose sight of it. I lose sight of it as a streamer, as a person, and as someone here who, makes time to spend time with you guys, and you guys make time to hang out with me. So that's even far more appreciated than anything else. Anything else. And a majority of the time, I do take it for granted whenever it comes to thinking like that when I shouldn't, because I'm good right now, and from here on out, we're growing as we go. We're growing as we go, and I know there's a lot of people out there that think that way when it comes to, oh, I'm not doing great, or I just have one viewer, I just have this, I have that, right? But we lose sight of it every so often. I was, going through it, like even a few years back, right? Success in time. Ugh, I can't. Fuck. Give me a moment. I can't read. Success in time is my motto. I shall live by that. How was work? Long. Woof. Go get hibachi. Oh, hibachi. It's okay, champ. It's okay. What do you got? Currently 20 stream streak. I gave up. It's too dark to see. I'm sweaty. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about all sweaty and shit? I feel like I accidentally walked in on some late night deep talk with someone else. Yeah, so welcome to Outer Thoughts. This is every Friday. We do this every Friday. Hi, Blood. Welcome in, Blood. Hi, Blood. Hi. I literally was in that space last night comparing myself to someone who started the same time as me. Oh, on my dash cam. Oh, okay. Yeah, this dude got a 4K, 2K 60 FPS dash cam. I think that was the specs, but that's another point that I was gonna go to, and I'm glad that you said that, Sheep. I am glad that you said that, because of course segue point. Can we get segue points in chat? Let's get I'm gonna have to make segue points for people. I'm gonna have to make segue points for everybody. But comparing yourself is another big thing. Another big thing, and of course it comes with being envious and all that. Like, yeah, you can hate somebody, you can very much dislike somebody, but that's all just emotions at the moment, you know. Now, truly hating someone, that's like Twitter shit right there. That's like getting deep in making fake stuff. Like, you get to the point where you just make shit up and then you're just like, oh, this person's bad, and you know, you post about it and you want to ruin their day and ruin everything. No one ever wants to get to that point. Do not ever get to that point. Never. No, that's bad. You don't ever want to get you don't ever want to get to that point. That's bad. That's bad. Now that's bad. That's bad. But it's a matter of what happened? 4K 1080p plus 2.5K. Why'd you delete your? I can erase my own mistake. Oh, okay. You have the eraser for some reason. Segue point. No, I just like saying that. I'm not segueing into anything else. But it sucks. It does suck whenever it does hinder my performance on working on projects or trying to stream, because like I said, I was gonna stream a little earlier and it's just it's too late. You promised me a segue point. You have you have to segue again. Darn it. I have to segue again. Oh, and I have to add soap to this. Where is my soap? Do I not have soap? Where's my soap? Oh, there it is. Adding soap and covering the area right now. Give me a second. Soaping it up. Soaping. I'm soaping right now. I'm soaping so hard. I gotta soap it so I can clean it easier. To the people just listening to this on like any other platforms, whenever I put this on any other platforms, are just gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Even like, what the fuck am I listening to? I think it's the lack of gratitude I see with successful people. Is it really? From what you've seen, I'd like to like just kind of appreciating it. Oh fuck, I'm gonna soap. I'm gonna soap. Ma'am. I'm just gonna go like up to the door and be like, ma'am, hey, I know I'm power washing your house right now, for some reason, because it got, you know, dirty as hell. Yeah. Yeah, I have to tell you something. You don't have to see it, but I just want to tell you, I soaped on your house. What? I soaped on your house. Okay. Like, did you clean it? No, I'm just gonna leave it there. I took a nice photo of it. What? I marked your property. I feel like I should be getting some kind of message here, but I don't know what you're implying. I get close to the lady. Now I'm gonna power wash it. Okay. Why are you so close? Nothing. I just walk away. Silence. And scene. Ma'am, respectfully. Oh no, soap. Oh no, soap. You didn't juju on the bait. You didn't juju on the bait, soap. I have to play Call of Duty again. I gotta play the main stories. I hear myself like kind of like squealing or whistling through my words. Oh no. But yeah, I like the little moments that we have here. I know that we can talk about simply, serious topics, or what goes through our mind, or just a bunch of stuff, whenever it comes to being in the space of VTubers, right? Or in the space of streamers. And I know this can be put into anything else. I know that if it can be, I know these emotions can be inputted, or come up on any form of business, any skill, or anything like that, right? There's always going to be someone better than you. There's always going to be someone better. And that's just the truth. That is just the truth. But I myself, I think I'm better. I just simply can't. I don't think, in my world, I don't think there's anyone better than me. I just know that I'm better. And that's just right. And if you think I'm wrong, then you're wrong. Because I know that I have the skills to pay the bills. And yeah, I'm just simply perfect. I'm just simply... But no, literally, it's just if you meet anybody, and it can be someone brand new, right? For example, this always happens, that someone, works at a business for many years, and they're about to get a promotion, but all of a sudden, they hire this new young guy, and what do you know? He gets the position, and you didn't. Why? Who knows? We don't know. It just happens. It just happens. New VTuber comes out, boom, instant blow up. How long have you been doing this? 3 or 4 years, right? But it gets to that point where you just snap. You realize, and you're like, it can go many, many different ways, where you are like, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore. Man, I've been doing this for so long and no one appreciates what I do. Stop that. Your project, you do that for you. You do that for you, you make it for you, and it's going to be cool because you did it. And you had a vision and you accomplished it. I myself, whenever it came to making the No, I'm Not a Human videos and adding motion cap into it, and making it feel immersed, and whenever it came to the lore video and I inputted some things like Easter eggs that nobody ever got, or no one noticed, or no one ever geeks out about, I geek out about it. And it took time, because even when I posted it, I'm like, oh well, nobody noticed this. Like, I named the woods in my lore video, in the world of it, I named it the Woods of Theta, right? Greek word for feathers, right? And it's the Woods of Feathers. And no one ever got that, and I had to talk about it because I geeked out about it. I geeked out about my own lore, and that's perfectly fine. Geek out about your own project. Geek out about what you're doing. If no one notices it, you noticed it, and talk about it. Your project is going to be dope as hell, and people are going to come back to that video when you talk about it in the future. No one's going to watch your first ever video. No one's going to do any of that. It's like you grow from there. And if anyone ever gets curious, of course you're going to see it. And then spread the word of like, oh, this is how they started out. Wow, they didn't become successful or anything. And I know I'm just like bantering on, but just do what you enjoy. And I always try to come back to that. I always try to circle my way around and remember, or remind myself that I'm good enough for myself. I do these things that I find, the time, and I enjoy it when I do this, whenever I work on a video, when I do projects, but at the same time, I procrastinate because, like, I don't know if I have, like, ADHD or anything like that, but I find it so difficult to do tasks or do anything at all, and it just you know, I feel horrible about it, and then when I don't do it, it's just like an endless cycle. But that's a conversation for another day, right? But just whatever you're doing, enjoy it. Enjoy it as you're doing it. I'm enjoying this as I'm doing it right now, and I'm enjoying it more as the time is going by because this is helping me out, and it, you know, like it makes me happy. It makes me happy. This makes me happy. And even when I started stream, like in my mind, I'm like, fuck, I wish I just blew up. You know, editor, blow me up. Blow me up, editor. Editor, blow me up. But I get very passionate about this type of stuff. I get very, very passionate whenever it comes to wanting to see someone's project, or seeing someone like geek out about their own shit, you know? Like it's cool to see it. It's so cool to see that reaction. Like you enjoy it. You did it. You did it. You did it. Yippee. Yippee. There's successful people I've seen that don't show gratitude that I feel that they should, if that makes sense. Lack of personal touch. Meow, I'm back. Welcome back. He's going rabid. I was watching my sister and her crush, pretty much boyfriend, practice flips in the front yard. Like front flips? What? That's a good way to spend time, I guess. I mean, they're bonding. Yay! You and me are simply better. We're just better. We're just better, Feathers. We're just better. We're a fucking unit. You know? We're just a unit. We're a freaking unit, dude. You just highlighted the beginning of the movie Send Help. I just watched earlier. Send Help? Oh, right. Great movie, by the way. Oh my god, that was crazy. That, if you guys haven't seen Send Help, God, what a crazy movie. That was like that was some crazy shit. Dennis, I'm a dib shoot with a mic. Wait, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize if I read at a 3rd grade level here today and every other day, but I'm trying my best, okay? Give me a second. I know. You behind the screen. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you pointing at yourself right now. Yeah, I know that you said my reading is horrible. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah, don't turn around. Yeah, you. Yeah, you said my reading's bad, didn't you? Yeah, don't say no. That is, I'm a dipshit with a mic. No, dude, I love her bits. I love her little bits that we did. I'm a dipshit with a mic, dude. We could be dipshits together. I'm illiterate. You heard me say no. I think I've been blissfully ignoring about streaming and VTubing. I'm just doing my thing. That's good though. That's good. Not me. You're doing great, baby girl. I'm proud. I'm glad. That's one of my things. That's one things I hold personally. Only one person gets to call me baby girl. Only one. Ain't nobody else. Nobody get that privilege. It's a beautiful thing to be a dipshit with a mic, cause I don't want my ass, cause shit don't bother me. Hell yeah. Who vibes nowadays? No one. If you let shit bother you, you ain't gonna get around in the world. No. We gotta start a hashtag editor. ad over the screen, hashtag no wipe. Stop the wipe. No wiping. The no wipe movement. I'm putting in the work for my editor right now. No wipe ever. The no wipe. No. No. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Wipe or no wipe. That's a good hashtag right there. Editor, come back. I said come back. But yeah, to follow up on like everything that I said, right? One of the another thing that I talked about in of course the second episode, or just in previous, right? I saw a VTuber, or this, content creator that she had, or they had, like, I want to say 600, a good following. They had a very good following, right? And I was watching some of their clips, or I was watching some of their videos, right? It was just them talking, and how they appreciated everything, and what they were planning. They had a pre-made model. It was cute. I liked it. I liked their, the way they introduced themselves, and how they approached, making content, and just the whole shebang, right? But the more I caught up with their video, is it was heartbreaking. It was not a little. It was very heartbreaking, and I'm gonna try my best to not get emotional when I talked about this, because I did last time, and it simply hurt. It simply hurt for those that were there. But this VTuber, after a while, I don't know what happened personally or anything like that, but what really hit, in my heart, was they said that they didn't deserve what they built, right? And that they were going to stop what they were doing and just do something else, because VTubing wasn't working out for them. And it hurt to hear that from this random person I've never met, right? And they had, I don't know what it was. They had so much hurt in their voice, and it was sad to see someone say that they didn't deserve what they were doing, that they didn't deserve to make content, that they didn't deserve anything, right, that they were doing. And it upset me to see someone go through or think like that. And of course, I commented on their video, and I told them that, hey, I want to see more content from you. Hey, I like the way that you carry yourself, and how you make content, and how you speak, because it's a lot better than my videos, where I have to write a script, where to them it feels very natural, right? And a lot of people have that natural skill, which myself, I am practicing. This is also practice. But it did hurt to see, and like not see any new videos anymore. It just, after a while, I came back, and I was upset. It hit me in my gut to see that even trying to bring this person up, and telling them like, hey, you deserve it. And this goes out of course, to any of you guys, and you know, if any of you, or for a majority of you, of course, you guys make content. But for those that are here that are wanting to make content or don't feel as if they deserve it, or ever thought that you don't deserve anything, you do. Everyone here simply deserves whatever they make, and content being that, right? There is nothing that you do not deserve. There is no limit to your skill. There is simply, it is just simply that. And it really hurt to see this person not come back, even after trying to bring them up, or like, you know, fill their hopes of like, hey, you know, you deserve it. You simply deserve it. Don't ever say that you don't, because that you're just lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself, and you're killing your what if, or what could be, you know, something for you to meet more people, you know, and that being an inspiration to others as well. Like, I don't know what this person could have done, what this person could have achieved. They don't even know that. But I have hope. I have hope in them. I have hope in a lot of people. I have hope in a lot of things. And this being one of them is that I wish they came back. I wish they came back. I wish they made content. I would have collabed with them. I could have, you know, introduced them to a majority of my friends. I could have, you know, introduced them to, you know, you guys or anything like that. Just, there could have been so much. But it was all just an if this person came back, then what could happen? If this person was still here, then what? If they stick to just making videos, right, and not letting the mindset of I don't deserve it take over, the things they could have possibly achieved, it being slim to none to anybody else, that's all that matters. You know, just taking that chance. Hi, welcome in. Holiday. Yeah, I know, I'm just chatting right now. I just have it on that. Right now, we're just kind of chatting away. But hi, welcome in. I hope that they're okay, and sometimes that means walking away, I suppose, but I hope they're okay. In a world of people who thrive to push others down, including themselves, you have to be the one to reach your hand out to help them up. That is true. Even when you have your days of, you know, simply looking at other people in a negative view, or just in general, you know, you have your bad days. You can never go wrong with helping someone out. You can never go wrong with trying to pick someone up, even if you're in a bad mood, because simply helping someone else will make your day a lot better. And I promise you that. I try my best to talk with random people out in, you know, grocery stores. I have like a grocery store that's like down the road, and a majority of them live where I live at, right? So it's not bad to try and create conversations, try to interact with people. The way I simply interacted with this creator, you know, we interact with a lot of people online on a day-to-day basis. And to just do that out in person, it's different. It is different. But it, you know, it's cool. It's cool just kind of, you know, reaching out and just hanging out, talking to people that you have no idea who they are, but, you know, creating small conversations, like this dude that I met when I was getting lunch from like a job that I was doing. I took a lunch. I was buying some food for some people out on a job site. The guys were having a rough day, so I bought a box of like Whataburger for them. Right? I know. Yeah, I know. Whataburger sponsorship? No, but I bought like a big crew. I bought a big crew some food. Rhymes. And they enjoyed it. But as I was getting their food and I was filling these guys' drinks up, I was gonna bring it back. I was talking with this guy, and we created a conversation. Right, this dude looked, maybe he was like maybe 30 in his 40s at least, right? And we just kind of created a conversation. I talked with him. He's like, "Hey, where are you coming from?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just got off of a job site right now. We're, making a building right now. We're just doing construction work stuff." He's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, where do you work at?" And I said, "Construction name, or job name." He's like, "Oh, okay. How long you been working there?" I was like, "Oh, like 2.5 years." He's like, "Oh, wow. Like, do you enjoy it?" I was like, "I mean, I gotta do it, who else is gonna? Like, what else am I gonna do, right?" And he's like, You're right. That is true. And I asked him, I'm like, what do you do for work?" He's like, "Oh, I do contracting and stuff like that." I'm like, "Oh, okay. That's awesome. Like, how long you been doing that for?" He's like, "Been doing it for like 23 years. 23 years." I'm like, "Wow, that's." And I told him, I was like, "That's as long as I've been alive. It's crazy." And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, hey, it's it's a good business. I mean, it's been working great for me." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's great. And then I asked him for like some advice. I asked him for like some life advice, like, "Hey, is there anything that you can like give me or give someone else, like a peace of mind, or what's something that you would tell someone that's trying to like get into like a different profession, or to start off, like just anything, right?" And we just had a bunch of back and forward banter, talking about a majority of stuff, and his life, small amounts of his life. And I don't even know this guy, but he's talking about his wife, he's talking about his kids, and I'm exchanging the same thing about like, "Oh yeah, my relationships, I do this, I do that." He's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And it's like, "Hey, well, it was great talking to you." "Yeah, it was great talking to you too." And then I just never saw that dude again. And it just happens. I mean, I had a great talk. I met someone out in the world, and we conversated. We, exchanged a few words. Where the fuck is this dirty spot at? It just happens. And I want to encourage, anybody or any of you, just take the time to, like, it doesn't even have to be long. It just has to be some small conversation, like, "Hey, some crazy weather, we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow," stuff like that, right? And if they don't want to talk, of course, there's signs where someone just doesn't want to talk. But just having the chance to talk with someone you never met, and exchanging just conversation and life experience, it doesn't just make your day, it makes your entire year. It makes your life, because that is something that you can look back on. It is just something that you can simply look back on. And even now, I'm always going to remember that dude. I'm always going to remember my interactions. I'm always going to remember the small stuff that happens. My mom is such a big talker. She loves talking with people out in the grocery store. She makes conversation, but she's not afraid to say anything out loud. Like, if someone doesn't say "excuse me," she grabs my sister and she's like, "Come on, some people just can't say excuse me." And I'm like, Mom, you're gonna get us killed. You're gonna get us fucking killed. It's like, this person's gonna want to beat my ass because I'm like your son. I'm the only one here. But my mom's like that. I love my mom. She's funny. She scares me sometimes. And then my dad is not one for that. He's just like, you know what? That person didn't say excuse me, whatever the fuck. I'm not gonna waste my time with that. We're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. And I have that sometimes. I have that like feeling of like, oh, I just want to say some shit to this person. Like, hey, you parked wrong. You're too close to my car. You fucker. Or this stuff like that. Stuff like that. Humans are exceptional. Forever resenting my social anxiety. I mean, there's always times to have like small little talks, like that dude that we met at that store, Feathers. Whenever he talked to me and he's like, "Hey man, I really like your hair." And I'm like, "Oh really? You like my hair?" Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, hey, I cut hair. Like, do you want to model for me?" And I was like, oh, "Me? A model for you? What?" But sadly, of course, I had to decline because I'm so like, God, I'm so beautiful. I don't want to like one up anyone that he has in line. I'm like, I'm like so bright. If you look at me, you'll go blind. You'll go blind if you just simply look at me. But no, I had to decline because I had a flight to catch, and it was like past the day that I had to go back home. So that was simply why. I'm way too shy to talk to people like that, but good on you for creating those memories. Yeah. Well, I mean, even if it is a little difficult, there's always chance for creating those moments, even if it's like family members or anything like that. Cannot reach that. There we go. Oh my god. This is the one thing I really hate about the end. It's like if you don't get every little crevice, then you have to go around and around and trying to find every little nuance, little atom of dirt. There we go. Come on, I know you're here. I know you're here. Come on. There we go. Three more. Oof, excuse me. Wow. My advice is so good. I promise you that. Just go up to someone and be like, it could either, it could, let me restart. I'm going on a tangent. Ugh. It can be anybody. You just go up to someone, if you're getting some produce from the produce aisle or if anything from the shelf of the store, simply look at the person, approach them, and say, "Hi, ma'am. Hi, sir. How are you?" Pepper spray. I think it'll be fine. Now we just sit and see the results of our power washing abilities. But yeah, I think it'll turn out fine. I mean, who knows? We live in a time where everyone is slightly afraid. So yeah, making conversation and going up to someone random is it's bound to work. You guys make it sound so easy. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I have my moments. I'm not saying I reach out to a lot of people or want to make conversation. Trust me, I have my days where I'm like, you need to get the fuck away from me. I have those days where I'm just like, I don't want to fuck with anybody. You need to get the hell away from me right now. Hi, sir. Do you have solar panels? You need to get away from me right now. You need to get away from me right now. I always have those people. Come up to me like whenever you're just kind of leaving a store. He's like, Hi, sir. What kind of energy plan do you have? You need to. I'm gonna kill you. You want to die? You want? No, sir. I'm just trying to sell you some energy. Does it look like I want some energy? I have solar panels, bitch. Fuck you. Like, okay, all right, okay, all right, that's fine. That's okay. Hi, sir. Would you like some Girl Scout cookies? Oos, oos. No, don't do that. No. Oos, oos, oos. Oh my God. She was just trying to sell you some cookies. I felt threatened. No, but yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much for being here.